everyone. We are here from Government City College, Department of Commerce and Management. In the part of Jignasa project, we are here to present the study of cryptocurrency growth and assessment of volatility with reference to Bitcoin and Ethereum currencies. Let us introduce ourselves first. My name is Masiunisa.
My name is K. Nagaraj.
My name is Sunit Reddy.
My name is Vivek.
My name is Sonali S. Nayak.
The agenda of this presentation is, as you can see here, the introduction, history, growth and development, why cryptocurrency is in demand in India, assessment of volatility, and conclusion. Let me introduce you to the cryptocurrencies. Cryptocurrencies is a digital and virtual currency. It is not a physical form, and it uses cryptography. What is a cryptography? It secures the transactions in code in a database. The defining cryptography is a digital asset designed to work. The currencies typically use decentralized and cryptography. What is a blockchain? A blockchain is a digitalized ledger. It uses code and it secures the transactions in the cryptocurrencies, which makes it easier for the users to exchange their cryptocurrencies. How can you mine cryptocurrencies? Mining is the validating of cryptocurrencies. It requires the network participants. How can you use cryptocurrencies? Cryptocurrencies are used for purchases, mode of payments, for exchanging cryptocurrencies for gift cards, and for investments. History of cryptocurrency. The cryptocurrency was invented in 2008 by an unknown person or a group of people named as Satoshi Nakamoto. In 2009, it has begun usage. And the history of cryptocurrency, as you can see here, it has begun in 1982. But as of December 2021, there are more than 16,000 cryptocurrencies in the market. Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the first coin that is introduced by Satoshi Nakamoto. It was introduced in 2008 and it uses blockchain technology. Its features are defined by a centralized authority, which makes it immune to government interference and manipulation. Bitcoin is then, the ledgers remain up to date with their transactions thanks to the nodes. Nodes are the codes that are linked together, the cryptocurrencies. Ethereum was launched in 2015. It makes it very much easier for peer-to-peer communication. How is Ethereum different than Bitcoin? The very main point that Bitcoin and Ethereum are different is their security protocol. What is security protocol? Is that Ethereum uses proof of stake and Bitcoin uses proof of work. Now my friend will explain you the research methodology and objectives.
Research methodology and objectives. Study the history of the cryptocurrencies. Analyzing the growth and development of the cryptocurrencies. Study the cryptocurrencies demand on India. Assess the risk involved in the particular Bitcoin and Ethereum by using a GARCH model. Next we are moving to the data and methodology. Here the total data is taken in the form of the secondary form. So this study has taken into account of top two currencies like Bitcoin and Ethereum. So here the mainly we use two tests like ADF test and LM-ARCH test. These are the main tests which are used in the research methodology. So next we are moving to the tools for measuring volatility. In this there are major tools are GARCH model, and there are sub models like eGARCH and tGARCH. eGARCH was proposed by the Nelson in 1991 and tGARCH was proposed by the three scientists Lowston, Ranganathan and Rankel in 1993. So next we are moving for the Garage family model. In this model there are submodels like eGARCH and iGARCH. Along these models they given with the representative formulas. Thank you. Next my friend will continue cryptocurrency demand on India.
I will explain you about demand in India, cryptocurrencies demand in India. See, the first of all, the cryptocurrencies are very much gained popularity in recent times because they are highly volatile in nature. the first thing the most of people like is there is only two-party transaction, no third party is included, and again it is cheaper source and cost effective and time saving, and actually the significance of cryptocurrency is corruption free, and it is as well as time effective and cost effective. It will store the each and every data in its that's why it's corruption free. And that's concerns about cryptocurrencies is the first one is it is not not regulated by any government body or anything, and it is power consumption. It consumes more power by mining, and it is highly volatile in nature. Then banning cryptocurrencies in May 2018, RBI decided to ban all the cryptocurrencies, but Supreme Court came into action, and Supreme Court decided that we have to have a bill, and the government of India recently we are having a bill on Parliament winter session, and we'll see that. And if we ban cryptocurrencies right now, we will lose depreciative of informative emerging technologies, and will lose of entrepreneurial wealth. Thank you, and my friend Vivek will explain demands and growth of cryptocurrencies.
Growth and development of cryptocurrency. As of today, there are more than 16,000 cryptocurrencies, and the market value of cryptocurrencies are 2.3 trillion, and there are more than 447 exchanges of cryptocurrencies, and the 24-hour trading volume of cryptocurrency is 75 billion USDs. And as we can see, the market value of cryptocurrency take a jump right here at the corona pandemic period, so that we are taking this period as research time. These are the top cryptocurrencies as of now. Bitcoin and Ethereum has top market value, so we are taking Bitcoin and Ethereum to take research on that. And these are the exchanges to trade cryptocurrencies all around the world, Binance. And as we can see, this is the market value of cryptocurrencies, and Bitcoin has a maximum value of 41%, and Ethereum has maximum value of 21% in the market value. As of today, the value of one Bitcoin is 38,21,000. The assessment of all is reference to the Bitcoin and Ethereum currencies. And this is the data we are collected from January 1st, 2020 to the 25th December 2021. And these are the fluctuations that we can see by Bitcoin and Ethereum. The Ethereum is highly volatile. We can see that the fluctuations over here, the augmented Dickey-Fuller test has been Roth. There are majorly two methods in that: Roth, T-Gauge and E-Gauge. E-Gauge is exposed. My friend Sonali will continue from here.
I would conclude the whole topic. These are the way forwards. Regulation is the solution. Clarity on cryptocurrency definition, and a strong KYC norm, that is know your client norms. Then ensuring transparency, igniting the entrepreneurial wave. Next, the cryptocurrency it created a hot wave in the global financial system, and there is a lot of changes after the cryptocurrency has entered. So the emergence of Bitcoin has created a lot of changes, like it created debate about it and also about other currencies. Despite of all these things, Bitcoin also created a positive impact, which inspired the creation of alternative cryptocurrencies like Ethereum, Litecoin and Ripple. India now is on the change of next phase of digital revolution, which means it has a potential. India has the potential to channel its human capital, expertise and resources, and it can emerge as one of the winners of this wave. But all that we need to do is get the policy making right, using of blockchain and crypto assets. Crypto assets will play an integral major part in the fourth industrial revolution. Banning cryptocurrency would exclude us from this rapidly changing world. So if India wants to get part in the revolution, so we have to use cryptocurrency and Bitcoin and move forward with that. So using the advantages and of this new technology, it would be helpful for India in many ways. Efficient regulation would help prevent scams and illegal use of cryptocurrency. This brings us to the end. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.